Oilers are back home at Rogers Place as they host the New York Islanders tonight, and we get to welcome Cam Moon to Game Keys. And Cam, let's start by talking about the New York Islanders and specifically Matthew Schaefer. It's the first time that Oil Country will be able to see last year's first overall pick. What a season he's having. I'm not sure if it's really surprising anybody, but he's got 13 goals this year, contributing offensively. What do you like about what you're seeing from the young defenseman?
He's crazy good. It's unbelievable. And I remember a few years ago watching him here at Rogers Place in the U18, or the Ivan Hlinka,
Right.
Wayne Gretzky, the Gretzky-Hlinka tournament.
Yeah.
And we're like, wow, this guy is like, he stood out amongst all the players. Like, just how smooth he was, how well he skated, how smart he was with the puck. And you're, okay, well then clearly the guy's going to be an NHL player. But there's no way that at that time you could foresee that he would be this impactful, this quick. It's incredibly difficult to do as an 18-year-old as a forward, but even more so as a defenseman. It's really hard. As a forward, you can really limit who they play against and matchups. And if you make a mistake at forward, it usually doesn't result in a really good scoring chance. Well, on defense, there's no room for error.
Yeah.
This guy's been incredible all season. I don't know what the expectations were from the Islanders going into the year. But I got to feel that he has exceeded them. Anyway, it's a treat that Oiler fans are going to get to watch this player play because he has been one of the best defensemen this early in a really long time.
Something that stands out to me is his personality, his maturity, who he is as a human being. I think that goes such a long way. I know the New York Islanders spoke about that also at the draft, but man, it has been fun. Also just his energy, the way that he shows up on the ice and the presence that he has. And someone that has had a presence for the Edmonton Oilers who will be trying to stop Matthew Schaefer will be Connor Ingram tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. And I want to ask you maybe what surprised you about what we've seen through this stretch of games from Connor Ingram. And I mean, on Monday in Chicago, he was fantastic for the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, he absolutely was. I watched Connor play in the WHL with the Kamloops Blazers. Saw him play some games in Arizona, his time in the NHL, but didn't get to see him day in, day out. And now that he has been here for a while, what has impressed me the most about his game is how calm it is. And what I mean by that is there's not a lot of extra movements. There's not a lot of desperation saves because he's in good position to begin with. And really good at suppressing rebounds too.
Right.
When pucks hit him, they seem to stick to his
Absorb.
jersey. Yeah. So those were aspects of his game I didn't realize he was so good at. And so far, so good for him. So, yeah, and you can just see how in there's no sense of panic at all in his game. And I don't know if that permeates throughout the entire team with that calmness, but I can't help but think that it probably does.
Yeah, and something that's been good for the Edmonton Oilers this year is their response after a loss. They're 15-5-3 following a loss. Of course, they want to have a big response after the overtime loss in Nashville the other night. But lately, Cam, I got to ask because, I mean, in their last 5 games, they've collected 8 of a potential 10 points, 3 of their last 4 on the road trip. What are you liking about what they're building and their chances of being able to bounce back tonight?
Well, I mean, the power play's done a lot of heavy lifting. To be honest, the Oiler power play is #1 in the NHL, and here lately it's been quite consistent. The PK has also made a bit of a trend upwards, so I think special teams have helped them quite a bit. You'd like to see more depth scoring, more scoring from bottom 6 if possible, and if it comes to a point where that's happening, it's going to be an awfully difficult team to stop. I mean, you've got Connor McDavid doing unworldly things out on the ice. He of the 20-game point streak coming into this one.
Yes.
Yeah, which is, he's just been off the charts good. So, and that's a big part of the success. But yeah, to me, the special teams, what Connor's been doing, those have been huge drivers to this team's success.
We're so lucky that we get to watch Connor every single day, every single night. And the fact that now we get to see him go up against Matthew Schaefer. We're in for a good one, Oil Country. Thanks so much for being here. We'll see you here tonight at Rogers Place.